What I found memorable and weird about this play was how everything was like coming from everyone in that one set point of view. Like it was all in like stereo. There was like bah, 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 like everything's coming at you from different angles. No one's speaking like more than a paragraph at a time. So it just adds like a really weird storytelling to it. The first theme I think is prominent in the story is sexuality, because in the story they're talking about how everyone's talking about like she would dress for it. She was super drunk. She was wanting it. And then also on the other side of the coin, they're saying like, "Oh, boys will be boys." She was flirting with them. What were they supposed to do? So like that whole entire aspect was on it as well. Second theme that I thought was prominent was like it focused on today's society, and like it focused on uses of social media, what kids are doing these days rather than what they would do in the past, and just like all the cultures that are out there, like the small town school culture and all that. And then the third theme I think in here is like story or storytelling, because like this play was constantly rewinding to show new aspects of it, and was constantly showing how people would switch the story up to make it benefit themselves rather than actually saying what's the truth. One of the differences I found with the storytelling of Good Kids is how there wasn't one set viewpoint, like how Intimate Apparel had Esther's viewpoint. This had like Connor's viewpoint, Chloe's viewpoint, Skylar's viewpoint. So it was never firmly set in one viewpoint. Also, there were times where it wasn't anyone's viewpoint. It was just like everyone's. Like they were just chiming in, like what they thought dumb was, what they thought smart was, what they thought cool, uncool was, and that happened a lot during the play. And then also, no, last difference I saw was like the timeline was not set. They would always constantly like rewind it to a different part of the story to put some of it into more context. This play shows how some people still view rape and that they still think it's the girl's fault, even though there's evidence saying that it isn't, and that um, people think it can't happen to them, like ever. Like Amber even says at one point that this will never happen to her. And then towards the end of the play, they have all the adult figures talking about how this girl is like out to ruin their kids' lives, even though she just wants justice for it. First question I have is like this play is based in like a small town where football is everything. What if it were like a college town instead, where football is not always everything? How would this play have been different? And my last question is, do you think the segments where everyone is talking and just saying two or three words at a time, do you think that storytelling technique was useful or not? Do you like it or not? Thoughts?